Hello guys, Adilola Shakoya. Good morning or good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are in the world. You're welcome once again to this weekly market analysis. In our usual manner, we start with like we normally do, DXY. So last week we spoke about the DXY and I said I'm looking forward to see price come to 106. This is my area. This is where I'm looking for price to come to this area right about here. This one around this area around 106. And price, keeps surging up towards that side. So and as you can see, if you put a counter trend line, if you actually do a counter trend line around this area, you will see that price actually bounce off from this trend line. So we are continuing the movement to the upside, right? So that's for DXY. So as we go towards the end of the month, I expect price to keep surging towards this axis, towards this area. All right, all things be equal. So having said that, let's see what gold is doing right now. Gold on the other hand, we had this surge. I think this was on Thursday. I was in a buy right about here. I took a buy around this support. When the price came down, I wait for this price to pull back and I enter buy around there. So I was holding that trade. I was holding that trade to this point. My take profit was around my first TP. I was expecting price to come in. My first TP was around there actually. You know, and my second TP, I was also thinking price would get to this area access, but then price pulled back. So luckily, I was trading that trade. I was trading that profit because for me, when I'm trading gold, I'm always very careful. Gold can be crazy, it can be very volatile. So price, knocked me out. So I came out of that trading profit though, but not as much profit that I wanted. I was thinking price would come in, but price didn't get there because of I really don't know. I've not checked actually, but if you look at the weekly time frame, actually, I feel to be very gold is pointing downwards. But then I will not be holding my breath until I see price take out the support around 2,277. So this support has been battling with this support for a while. If you look at what gold has been doing, if you go back to daily time frame, see that gold has been battling with this support for a while. So this actually even look like if you look at the structure that we have here, to be like a head and shoulder. This is the head. This is right shoulder, and this is the left shoulder. And this about here is a neckline. All right. If you put your let me use this to notice that this looks like the right shoulder. This area, this axis actually like the like the um like the neck show like the this is the left and this is the right, right? So price has been bouncing around this axis for gold, right? And we have this the head, and this is the left shoulder. So now it's coming towards this area. So you can if you pull out this pattern, see this is what we mean by um head and shoulder. As you can see, these are the shoulders. So price has been pushing, has been ranging around this area. Normally, when you have an head and shoulder like this, you expect price to come toward this neckline and break this neckline most times, but not every time. For a bullish instrument like gold, you can have price actually totally bounce off from this neckline. But like I said, once the price totally take out this neckline, then we might be looking at price coming toward this support. Okay. So having said that, another thing you want to do, you can do this to see the distance it can cover, right? When it breaks the neckline. So you see that it's almost, as you can see, it's almost the same. So most times when a neckline is taken out, especially on daily on higher time frame, like so, it covers this same distance from the neckline to the head, right? So I'm looking forward to go to see what go. If I see a break of this neckline this week, I see a full break of this, a closing of candle into this neckline. I'll wait for a retest and then I'll jump on the sell. Right. My stop loss right about around this area. Okay. So let's see what Bitcoin has been doing. For Bitcoin, like I've been saying, Bitcoin also it's is a bullish instrument, but then you see Bitcoin has been dropping. You don't if you don't want to be sentimental, because I know a lot of you know I'm a crypto person. If I don't want to be sentimental because of if I don't want to use my emotion, I think Bitcoin we are coming down. As you can see, we've been we've been pointing downwards. Normally, what Bitcoin does anyway. So I'm happy that Bitcoin is doing this because it's healthy for the market. Before the Bitcoin alpha, we've just been sharing all the resistance, all the highs. We're having all these crazy higher lows. Our price has just been doing crazy movements. I mean, we're having all these God candles. Look at this candle, 3 time frame. It's crazy, right? It's been having since we took off from 24,850. We've been having crazy movement. And I always laugh when some people say we have not entered bull run. That we have entered for more than how many months now. I mean, if an instrument takes off from the main support for Bitcoin was around 16,000 for the bear market, 16,005, and it moved from 16,005 to it went all the way to 73,000. And yet you say that we are not that we have not experienced any bull run. Must be joking. So for me, we we have been in bull run since we took off from here. That was that was in 16,000, 60,000 area, around this area. That was in December 2022. And we ran up all the way throughout 2023. But then historically what Bitcoin normally does is that after the alpha, it ranges the way it's been doing. It's gonna range for some of months, and then drops. You'll be ranging and be dropping at the same time. So I'm looking forward to probably coming to this around this around 56,000, right? Probably in the next couple of months before we now continue to the upside. All right. So normally it does that, ranges and then come down and then goes on another parabolic move like this. Because this is a parabolic move. So if you now go on another parabolic move, maybe double, sometimes triple, because of how heavy how high the Bitcoin market cap is right now. I really don't expect Bitcoin to triple like it used to do before. And my own target is once we are getting to around 100,000, 120,000, I'll start doing this year out. I'll start taking my profits out. As a matter of fact, when we go to around 74, 72,000, I took some profit from some of my holdings that I've been holding since when I entered around this $24,000 artist, right? So that's about that for Bitcoin. So I'm expecting to pull down further to the downside. As you can see on the weekly time frame, we are actually pointing down. As you can see, we are pointing down. So I expect it to come further down. So let's check what pounds has been. Pounds also, pounds has been, of course, the XY is pushing forward. So the GBP is also pointing downwards. So I'm expecting price to keep pushing down. For pounds, we broke this neckline on I think this was the other day, and then we actually closed there. This is where it's been bouncing off from for some couple of weeks of this support, and finally we through. So this week, I'm expecting probably price to pull back a little, test this support again, and then continue to the downside. All right. If we go to the weekly time frame, we also see that we have a very strong to the downside as well. So that's for pounds. For Euro USD is battling the support because if you look at the way Euro USD has been moving after taking out this trend line, when we broke in, we came back to test this trend line and then price dropped. So and then throughout last week, it was bouncing around this axis. So I still expect it to. I'm expecting to see further down for EURUSD actually to probably to this area, and then I'll see what price we do around this area as well. So for me, for EURUSD, I'll be looking forward to selling opportunities the way it is right now. Got the weekly time frame as well. It might bounce around there a little bit, around the support a little bit to fit people like you to go. Then I feel price will still come to all the way to around 1.06. And so because we have the XY also pushing forward. So I will be stopping here on EURUSD today. And right now I want to quickly rush somewhere. So I'll be stopping here today. So next week I'll be looking at more instruments, but for today I have a limited time. So I once said that if you have not subscribed to this channel, ensure you do so. Like this video, share. Also, I'll be dropping our free Telegram group in the comment section in the description section below. Make sure you also join the free Telegram group, right? So I'll be seeing you in the next video. Thank you.